Mesenkhet is the latest red hero who can grant shield and counterattack on enemy who cast skill. Counterattack is based on Mesenkhet's current shield. Despite those footages you have seen in-game that show how impressive her counterattack damage and skill is, if you use Mesenkhet +0 or +1 in a mono-red attack team, the damage of Mesenkhet is not significant. Mesenkhet becomes overpowered due to her +3 awakening. Increased defense penetration 50% and extra damage on shield 200%. She also grants all ally with shield 50% base critical chance and base critical damage 100%. This +3 has made herself do a lot more damage, and also all her shielded ally do critical damage more often. More than what we would expect. Mesenkhet +5 make her counterattack damage hit 2 times when enemy casts skill. This awakening also means that most of her damage will come from counterattack damage, which rely a lot on Mesenkhet's shield. Mesenkhet's counterattack damage based on her current shield, which means she must put in heavy shield team for red team. Mesenkhet is best paired with Haroth and Ymir, as this trinity synergies well by creating more shield, more extra damage by Haroth, more counterattack damage for Mesenkhet. Mesenkhet can also do well in other color-heavy shield team. Blue team, Mesenkhet, Vincent +1, Gunnulf. If want more damage, put in Gwendolyn +5, Gunnulf, Gwendolyn, Mesenkhet, and Vincent +1 and above. Yellow thick shield team, Mesenkhet, Apollo, Lorenzo. Apollo +5 putting beside Mesenkhet will make sure she deal higher critical damage. Purple thick shield team, Mesenkhet, Director N, Viviani Luna, and Shadow Luca. Putting Director N +5 beside Mesenkhet will ensure higher critical damage. Mesenkhet +5 is currently one of the most overpowered hero in game. There is no defense team that can stop attack team of Mesenkhet +5, Haroth +5, and Ymir +5 effectively in game now. However, we need to step back and clear our mind about Mesenkhet. With the seasonal buff and seasonal resonance, Mesenkhet damage will be much stronger now. Her +3 awakening that make herself and all ally with shield critical damage most of the time also might be too good to be true. Developers might fix that, and her true damage might be disappointing after this season if you are not mentally prepared. Recommendation: free to play and budget players. If your main color is red, it is okay to get Mesenkhet, but it is more recommended to focus your summon on Haroth instead of Mesenkhet +0, because at letter +1 level in mono red, she cannot deal a lot of damage, and Haroth is a better investment. Recommendation: if you plan to get Mesenkhet +3 +5. You can consider to get if you fulfill this 2 criterias. First, you have tons of summons left. You can +5 any hero if the next new hero or next rerun is important hero for you. Second, you can accept the fact that her damage might be average after this season is over, and developers decided to fix her +3 awakening. If you can fulfill this 2 criterias, then only you look at recommendation for each color. Main red players. Get at least a +3 and get Haroth +5 and Ymir. You might use Mesenkhet in your second strongest color, like blue, yellow, or purple, if you have the strong shield team in each color that I mentioned earlier. Main blue, yellow, and purple players. You may consider to get Mesenkhet +3 if you have the strong shield team that I mentioned and plan to get red resonance high. Without good resonance and rune, Mesenkhet cannot perform well too. Haroth's skill grants shield to all ally. He also deal extra damage when ally casts skill. His overheat will grant divine descend to himself only, which can remove unconscious effect and skill rendering effect. Haroth +5 can grant divine descend to himself and 2 ally beside him for 3 turns. This is so valuable for red, and there is no other hero that can provide remove uncontua effect for 3 turns. In old red meta era, Haroth is used so well with Ymir Gillian Agony Freya to create a lot of shield, dealing a lot of damage, and prevent 3 heroes from getting controlled. However, new hero like Vincent shuts Gillian. Poseidon can kill old red meta team. New red meta team consists of Ymir, Mesenkhet, and Haroth bring red to another level again. This red attack team can take down any meta team together with Agony and Freya +1. Recommendation: free to play and budget players. Main red players get to +1 and higher. Other main color players can skip. Recommendation: middle to high power players, main red players, get Haroth +5 as his divine descend to himself, and 2 ally beside him is too valuable. Ami skill imprison enemy for 3 turns. Imprison makes the target unable to cast skill, unable to gain mana. Imprison also make counterattack, hero cannot counterattack. If you imprison Bubble +5, then Bubble cannot randomly silence 2 targets when enemy casts skill. Imprison is an effective way to stop Xania with her Awaken Weapon +3, which is everywhere now. Homie skill also reduce defense of the imprisoned target 20%, and deal follow-up attack that ignores shield when she or her ally cast skill. Impurison is not an effective way to control Liv Bu, as when he gets unrivaled, he can remove and immune to imprison. Be careful when using Amy and imprison Terran. Those follow-up attack when ally casts skill. The reflect damage from Terran might be significant, and you might find Amy low HP if you are not careful. Recommendation: free-to-play and budget players, main purple players, must have to get +0 and try to get +1. You will find fighting Xania easier now. Recommendation: middle to high power players, main purple players, must have to get Amy +1. It is fine to stop at +1 to save summon for other more important heroes.
Thank you. Exhausted, huh? Now, be good.